Hi everyone, back again with another video, and this one is for One Battle After Another. So this is the newest Paul Thomas Anderson film, and I was quite excited to see this because I love his work. I love the way he films his movies, the way he edits his scenes. Just he has a very interesting style, and he has a lot of tracking shots. Um, Especially loved some of his earlier works, like even Punch Drunk Love. I love some of the shots throughout that film. He just, I don't know, there's something about the way he puts his movies together. So good. And there's a certain level of humor in a lot of his movies as well that I quite like. And this movie was definitely one of those as well. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But let's get straight into my list here. So, first thing is the cinematography. Just the overall cinematography, really good all around. Some really great usage of wide shots, but also close-ups. Really utilizes a lot of different angles, and really well done in that regard. But also going to number two, and this is something he does in a lot of his films, and including this one, and that's tracking shots. It really just gives a sense of, especially in this movie, there's a certain part of the movie, especially the first half of this movie, maybe not first half, but there is a good portion of this movie where it is a bit more slow, just setting up the characters, setting up what's going on. But at a certain point, it does start to ramp up, and there's a lot of stuff going on. And what's great is these tracking shots add to that tension and the motion of everything that's going. And I love it. It's such a great choice just to use that technique as well. But yeah, I love the use of tracking shots in this film as well. Really well done in that regard. Number three is lens choices. They do these great shots with these close-ups and very blurry backgrounds. The what is it? Shallow depth of field. I think it's shallow depth of field. Yeah. So there's a lot of shallow depth of field, especially with those close-ups, and it adds a gritty look at times. Especially I remember this one shot with it's basically a scene after with Sean Penn and Regina Hall, and she's walking back, and there's this particular shot where the background's really blurry and it's kind of it's gritty looking, but I love the lens choice there as well, and really effective, really has an impact, so I love the use of the shot in that regard as well. But along with the lens choices, the lighting's really good as well. It complements each other. Those two things complement each other, I feel, really well to add the that kind of look, that gritty type of look that it has throughout the film. And there's certain shots too where it's very isolated, like just the characters' faces. I think there's a bit with Leonardo DiCaprio and Chase Infiniti, and I'm pretty sure it's them too. And it's basically just their faces, and then everything's dark around them, but it's kind of a close-up-ish shot. That was a really effective shot, and I loved just how that looked. It was a very orange light, I'm pretty sure, from what I recall. But yeah, there's just certain images that kind of stuck in my head, watching this movie, which I think is great. And along with the lighting, the color palette works really well too. Just the way the environments look as well with it. It all feels well thought out with how the film looks, just overall. A lot of elements here on a filmmaker level I really appreciated. But not only that, moving on to the next thing, number six is the acting. Really solid performances all around. Of course, Leonardo DiCaprio I thought was really great. This chick, Chase Infiniti, I think this is one of her first films she's in. She was really good. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything because she hasn't been in anything. Yeah, she was really good because the only other thing I see that's on here looks like, oh, this is a new movie. Yeah, so she's new. She's literally just come into the film scene. So that's really cool. I think she did a great job for her first film. So there you go. But one that really stood out to me in this film was Sean Penn. He's kind of I guess, the villain in this movie. And man, it's hilarious. And that leads me to the next thing, is number 7, performances enhance the humor. Even his walk is funny. He's got this macho man kind of walk. It's kind of almost Oh, it's really funny. I don't even know where to start with his, like, the way he just expresses at times with his lips even, and the way he stares at things, and he actually says so much with not many words, but then the way he talks as well has this impact. I don't know, like, he's really good. I think he's like maybe the best actor in this whole movie. Everyone's great, but man, there was something about him that really fucking worked, and it was funny. There's this like, there's definitely, it's kind of played up, but in the best way possible. I loved it. I thought it was really good. Number 8 is the next thing. Number 8 is the music. The music's really cool. It's like this piano score throughout, and just very, I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of frantic and weird, and it adds to the tension. It adds to like this unease feeling. It's like doom 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 doom. It's even in the trailer.
Rise and shine.
Bat an eyelash.
Good morning.
There are no hands on the clock
Why?
because they're not needed.
What time is it?
I don't remember that part. All right, let's just not nitpick over the passwords.
And I love it. It's so good. Really unique and effective soundtrack, I thought. Next thing, number 9, is the story. It took me a while to get into this movie, but once it kind of got the cogs turning, I was in. I was all in, and I really liked kind of just how things turned out. I didn't give a point for the very ending. I thought the ending was kind of okay. Yeah, I don't know. Something about it was kind of like, oh, it's kind of just repeating what they did. You know, like, it kind of just, I don't know, it didn't, maybe it was just a preference thing on my end, but I don't know. It was a bit weird for me. The very ending, anyway. But just the overall story, I thought was really good. Once it kind of got the momentum going, I was really into it. And another thing I'd want to say as well with the story is in regards to like the runtime, it is a pretty long movie. And I did think about this in retrospect and went, okay, it was long, like, what would I cut out? The thing is though, even though it takes a while to get to the point of like this kind of chase kind of story, I don't know what I'd cut out, because the setup really adds more to the tension later on, you know? And so to cut that stuff out, it wouldn't have the same impact, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, like, I don't know what I'd take out then. So, I don't know. I think it was really good still, even though it was long. I don't know what I'd cut out though. So, it is a bit of a weird thing. But overall, solid story. Next thing, number 10, is the humor. Yeah, so I've kind of already kind of said this, but actually I'm going to say both things here. So number 10 is humor, and then number 11 is the tension. These play together so well, and it's just such a good experience. It's like, man, why isn't there more movies like this? It kind of gives me Quentin Tarantino vibes in a funny way, actually. Like, just the way some of the scenes play out, you know, there's a kind of playfulness to it. Yeah, that's probably the best other director I could compare this movie to. Maybe a bit of Spielberg as well, like that Catch Me If You Can, you know. But yeah, I really just loved the humor and the tension, and this, like, and also Benicio del Toro. Oh my god, he's great in this too. Like, especially saying the performances enhance the humor. He's so good in that regard as well.
Not move. Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
No, sir.
Why are you running from us?
Had a long day, man.
You didn't see the lights back there?
Oh, yes, I did.
What did you toss out of the vehicle?
Excuse me?
What did you toss out of the vehicle back there?
Trash.
You sure about that?
Yes, ma'am.
You been drinking today?
I've had a few.
A few what?
Few small beers.
They're like, Sean Penn and Benicio, they're both great in that, with the element of humor. They really added that so much. Leonardo DiCaprio definitely adds that as well. But man, like, them two, they're so good. I honestly wish there was more Benicio del Toro, because Oh, his scenes were so good, especially with him and Leonardo DiCaprio. I was like, man, I want more of that. That's so good. Like there was just parts of the movie where I'm like, where's Benicio del Toro at? I want him back. Like it's so good. I find his scenes just so satisfying and fun. But yeah, but then also, yeah, as I was saying too, the tension. There's this really great balance where the humor does not snuff out the tension. The tension's still very much there. So it's really good how this movie balances those things really well. I guess just a really good script, I think for starters, but just the way it's filmed as well. Yeah, just really well done on both ends there. So props to that. And number 12, just so this is the last thing, last but not least, number 12 is the themes. Now, the interesting thing is with the themes as well is like, I was going to almost say thought-provoking, but I kind of stuck with themes. But it's more so just like what it's about, like the activism and like, just the depth of that and kind of the humor from that as well. And there's a certain absurdity, especially with this one group, kind of when we look at it in retrospect. And I like that there's a certain light-hearted humor to it because of just how ridiculous it is in a way. But at the same time, there are kind of people still like that in the world. And if whether or not you believe in like conspiracy theories, maybe some of you may think that's real. Honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's real. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, honestly, where I sit with it is more I don't know. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised. It's really not just a thing. I'm not really hard on it on either end of the spectrum. Like, oh, it's definitely real. Oh, it's not real. I'm kind of just like, But I still did find it really interesting, and how it was done. It was done in the way it was put through was well done. I don't feel like it was trying to push any certain agenda. It was you were understanding where the characters were at for the most part. That's at least how I felt anyway. I didn't feel like I definitely wasn't for Sean Penn's character, but at the same time, you could kind of see where he was stuck, in his psyche, I feel like in a way. It is interesting. I do like just how everything was put together in that regard, and it was done tastefully. I didn't feel like this film... I don't think I wouldn't be surprised. Probably people will still get triggered by this film, and it's not really even a point for a movie to be so safe that no one's triggered by it. But yeah, I feel like the movie's done quite tastefully, and it doesn't take away from the plot and feel like, oh, they're just trying to stuff a message down our throats. You know what I mean? It's still a really fun experience, a fun movie to see with this underlying stuff as well. So. It got me thinking, and I had a great time, and I had a few laughs. I was tense. What more could I ask for? It was a great movie. I really enjoyed this. So yeah, 12 things I liked about this film. As for where it ranks for this year so far, I've definitely got to catch up on movies this year. I've kind of been slacking a bit. So I've got to try and find out what's out and start watching some more. But yeah, where does it sit for me for this year? I'm curious. Let's have a look, shall we? Sitting at number 2. So number 1 is Superman. Then number 2 is One Battle After Another. And then number 3 is 28 Years. And How to Train Your Dragon. That was surprising how high up that went. It basically, I thought it was on par with the first one, just a little bit different. I'm glad that they got the same director. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that here. But I still quite enjoyed that film, actually. And then number 5 is Weapons, and so on. But anyway, so yeah, that's One Battle After Another. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a fun time. Tense, funny experience. Enjoyable. Good stuff. So I'd highly recommend it if you have not seen it. And if you've watched this video up to this point, consider hitting the like button and subscribing. I'd very much appreciate that. And leave a comment as well if you've seen it. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the film as well. And yeah, that's it for this video. Hope to catch you folks in the next one. Bye-bye.